May I get your attention just for a brief moment here? I do want to welcome you aboard Greyhound. I'll be your driver to Iowa City. That being said, rules and regulations on this bus is absolutely no drugs, no alcohol allowed at any time. If you are caught or seen with any of these items, your ride will be terminated. With that being said, this bus is equipped with power outlets and Wi-Fi for your convenience. This bus also is equipped with a restroom if you may want to use it. If you do have any children, please escort them to the restrooms. Greyhound will not be held liable for any fallen passengers while this bus is in motion. That being said, if you ever have any questions, please do not come to the front of the coach for any reason. Again, if you have any questions, please do not come to the front of the coach for any reason. Excuse me. There's a red button on the top where your vents are. You may talk to me from there. Again, please do not come to the front of the coach. That being said, next stop on this bus will be Iowa City. Current timing is 2:18 p.m. Thank you for choosing Greyhound. Sit back, relax, enjoy your ride. What mod am I using? Is that what version of the game are you using? I'm using version 156, and these are custom mods. Can you tell me what mod you're specifically talking about? What mod are you specifically talking about? Because a lot of this work is done by me. The bus mod, I've been looking for a good one for a while. You could look up MCI J4500 version 1.7. It works on this version, but like specifically what I have, like it's custom. So all this stuff is custom made by me. The mod's free, by the way. You can go get it. If you just search up MCI J4500 V1.7. You can also get other bus mods if you search up. If you go to Patreon and you go to DBMX, or you could just look up DBMX on Patreon, like on Safari or Google. Just search up DBMX Patreon. It should pop up. But I don't know, I don't really like their work. I kind of got bored for doing the truck and trailer for years at this point. Nah, I fully understand you. I mean, I'm more of a bus guy myself, but you know, I'm also really into trucks, and so I remember when I first started playing the game, yeah, I was using trucks, but I automatically just switched to buses. Like, this game has so much potential to, like, it's just so much potential in terms of transportation. You could do whatever you want. So I'm just waiting for I'm waiting for SCS to just bring coaches to ATS. They're already doing it for ETS too. Now we just wait for them to do it for ATS. So the way I see it, we're getting close, but I just try to, you know, do the best with what I have. So I just start modding and customizing what I have already. Yeah, it's really just a matter of time. We don't have, it's like, it's not confirmed by SCS, but they said they will do it. We're just waiting on ETS2 to drop their DLC. We're waiting for the road trip DLC to drop, and we'll see where it goes from there. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? We are approaching Iowa Terminal. Again, this is Iowa City. Please stay seated till this bus comes to a complete rest. Thank you. What I'm looking for is just American coaches, period. Like anything other than a MCI J4500. I don't even care if it's before the facelift. Like I don't care if it's a 012, not a 012. I don't care if it's a 2012. I don't care if it's a 2013, 2011, 2010. I don't want another J4500. Like if you can see right here, like in front of me, like this wasn't supposed to be a J4500. This was supposed to be a G4500, which is why I put the lights there. You know what I mean? Just trying to have different varieties. Like I don't want to just see J4500s just roaming around. You know what I mean? So I do little things and pay attention to detail. So I do little things like this just to make it different. You know what I mean? I think what they are doing is gauging how the community is going to respond to both DLC. No, that's exactly what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing. That's what they said they were going to do. They said once they see how the community reacts with the coach's DLC for ETS2, then if it's good, then they'll put it for ATS. Now my thing is, if I was SES, I'd just do it. You know what I mean? Like I'll start working on it and already do it. I don't know what the wait is for. I personally don't think that we should wait for ETS2 reviews because, in my opinion, it's not even my opinion. Factually, ETS2 has the bigger market for coach buses, which I think made perfect sense for them to make a DLC for ETS2. But at the same time, why do one for one game? Why not just do both? So I would have just personally put both of them there. But it's all good though. We'll see. We'll stop here for a little bit. Let me figure out where I want to drive to. The Prevost H345 would be nice. You know what I want? I want Van Hoels. Now, I want 90s coaches and early 2000s coaches. Like, I wouldn't mind having an H345. I don't mind having vehicles like that. But a lot of the buses that's on the road now is Van Hoels, like early 2000 Van Hoels, and then you got the CX45. So you got like Van Hoel C2045s, MCI D4500s. Like I want a variety of different coaches. I don't want to just have flagship models and that's it. We should get older coaches, like we should definitely get more MCIs. We should definitely get a D4500. We should definitely get a D4505. We should definitely get a Prevost X345, a Prevost H345, Van Hoel CX45. We should definitely get that. I don't see why not. The community's going to react on both games differently, but I agree you shouldn't have done it for both games. Yeah, it's all good though. It's all good. Well, I'll take off in a few moments. I just want to see if anybody else types in the comments, because we are kind of having a discussion right now. If anybody has anything to say in the chat, please feel free to say something. Open the conversation, answering questions, all of that. So any concerns or anything, any suggestions, just let me know. But yeah, I agree that the community will react differently. Like I've noticed that ATS, nope. I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest. Coach buses is a niche market or niche community for American Truck Simulator. But at the same time, I mean, why not? Like, Why not? It doesn't hurt to, and you don't have to buy the DLC. Why not? Van Hools are nice. I just want something different for ATS. I've had the same since launch, and it's become rinse and repeat for me. Nah, yeah, I absolutely agree with you, man. I absolutely agree with you, man. Cause I mean, like, we have straight J4500s here. Then any other bus mod is like, I'll show you. I'll show you. Any other bus mod is just the European buses, man. You know, uh, and I won't say they're ugly or anything, but like, I still want to use American coaches. The closest thing I have other than that is probably this Volvo. Uh, but I'm just not a huge fan of Volvos. Like I'm just really not a fan of them at all. Um, but if you're interested in seeing more gameplay with this, then I guess I have to mod it. I have to make the tuning and driving and everything realistic because this bus is like beyond like unrealistic. Like this is isn't even close. Like the way this thing drives isn't even close. And I've never driven one of these in real life, but I could tell you right now, this the way it drives is not how it drives in real life for a fact. For a fact. But I mean, it's a good looking bus though for sure. Like I drive it. I just need to update it to my likings because I ain't gonna lie, this bus is trash. It's trash. Um, Moving on, we do have a Irizar. I think this bus looks pretty nice. Uh, Again, I'm just not a huge fan of European coaches. I mean, I'll use this bus whenever I'm doing like routes to like Mexico or I'm heavy on the West Coast. Like maybe I might even I might even go from Texas to Los Angeles or I San Diego. You know what I mean? If I'm super west, then I'll use this because that's what they were used for. They was never up in the East Coast or Midwest. These are always West Coast. Um, Not to mention how with it being a niche market, even more so with the American market, I feel will pull so many people into the hobby. I think I just think like okay, let's put it in perspective. Like I don't think people wouldn't get it, but I say it's a niche because American bus travel isn't at what it used to be whatsoever. It's nothing close to what it used to be. Now we got stations closing down. Greyhound was bought by a European company. Flixbus, Flixbus coming into the market. I don't know. It's just going downhill, and people rather take planes at this point than take Greyhound, or they rather take they rather take a bus that's $20 to down the East Coast instead of appreciating the fact that you have a terminal to be at. Maybe you have food or something. You know what I mean? Just people in America, I just think they don't really care about bus travel for compared to places like Brazil, places like Colombia, Mexico. These are like prominent locations where bus travel is very, very important. Also, that's why I've been seeing Flixbus. Was wondering why they showed up out of nowhere. Yeah, because First Group sold themselves to Flixbus. Well, First Group sold Greyhound to Flixbus. Um, and so now, we got Flixbuses on the road. Greyhound Flix is on the road. Do want to just show you the skin real fast, just so I could just, since we're talking about it. As you can see, this is like the updated Greyhound Sheen, or whatever you want to call it. As you can see, enabled by Flix. Enabled by Flix. Now, originally, I wasn't a huge fan of it, but I actually started liking it. It grew on me. The design actually grew on me, so I think that's pretty sweet. But I still have a bone to pick with Flixbus. I just personally don't like Flixbus. I don't know, man. Like, it's different than what Greyhound and Trailways were. You know what I mean? Like, Greyhound and Trailways was, I appreciated Greyhound and Trailways. I don't really appreciate Flixbus and Greyhound because I don't think Flixbus really brings anything to the table, honestly. All it did was make everything worse. Terminals closing down, European style pickup stops, aka stopping on the side of the road, having curbside pickups. Greyhound was never that way. Greyhound never operated that way. We had terminals, transit centers. You know, I'd probably say the most closest thing to that is probably a gas station. Even a gas station, I don't really mind because you get to have food and you might have somewhere to stay, some shade, something. You know, maybe I'm not saying the gas station is like a 10 like a 10 5-star restaurant. You know, it's super nice inside and stuff like that, and it's super clean. I'm not saying that, but I'd rather that than get picked up on the side of the road. I'd rather that than, you know, have to, like, I just rather that instead. I don't want to get picked up on the side of the road. And it's not, and I'm not gonna sit here and say every single Flixbus stops on the road. That's not true whatsoever. But it's just what Greyhounds become nowadays. You know, it's not where I want to see it at. So that's why I just play this game and imagine what I want to imagine. He's going to the Iowa terminal. I update transmissions, engine sounds, you know. So currently in this bus, I don't know if you can tell, but I do have a DD60, Detroit Diesel 60. I have a 12 speed in here. I do want to kind of modify the 12 speed a little bit. I was trying to put a 10 speed ZF Astronic in here. We'll see though. We'll see. But I have a lot of DD60 and Allison transmissions on my J4500s. Yeah, there was always something to do with waiting. You know, one thing I'm really disappointed about is what happened in Canada. Like, I'm not a Canadian. I've never been to Canada, bro, but I feel like I'm one of those people that appreciate things for what they are. You know what I mean? Gotta get over. I appreciate things for what they are. You know what I mean? And I loved Greyhound Canada. I was a huge fan. You know why? Because Greyhound Canada wasn't like Greyhound USA. Greyhound USA, we had a lot of X340. Well, we had a lot of DL3s, X345s, and yeah, and D4505s. When I tell you Canada had like so many different, like, man, look, I seen, if you go to my page on my YouTube channel and then you go to community or something like that, or post or something, you'll see Greyhound had a Greyhound has had like multiple H345 coaches, and I'm talking about the older ones, not the new ones. I'm talking, well, obviously not the new ones, but I'm talking about 90s coaches. H345, man, those coaches look so beautiful to me. They had those. What else did they have? I like how they didn't stick with one paint scheme. You know what I mean? They had different type of paint jobs. Obviously, you probably want your company to, you know, all have the same design. But Greyhound Canada, you know, every once in a while or every now and then you'll see different logos and stuff like that. So I just always thought Greyhound Canada was pretty cool. And then, like, it was just never, it wasn't the same as Greyhound America. And plus, I mean, I support Canada. Like, I support Greyhound being international and stuff like that. Greyhound Mexico, Greyhound Australia, Greyhound USA, Greyhound Canada, Greyhound South Africa. I support all that stuff. It would be so cool to see those in game. SCS has so much potential that they are wasting by sitting back. Nah, man, how I see it. Okay, so let me tell you my top 3 things. My top 3 things that I really wish SCS would do, bro. This is my top 3 things. Number 1, when we're making the maps, well, not we, when SCS like drops the DLCs and stuff, why not just put like, you know, early station prefabs or prehabs? You can change them. You can change them and edit them once the coaches release. You know, once the coach DLC releases for American Truck Simulator, you can just update them while in the process. So why not just put stations on the map already? Now, even if like there's a couple locations, I'll be honest, like in Cape Girardeau, there's a location over there, but I just don't think that's enough. It's not enough. Why not just put more terminals there, right? Another thing that I want to see them do is actually put like they need to make these AIs have like a designated spot. Now I know that's maybe could possibly be too much to ask for, but in my opinion, if we're just spawning AIs in places, you can just spawn the AI to specifically go somewhere. For example, if I'm driving up this road, and to my right, and maybe like 2 miles, right? And I make a right in like 2 miles, and there's a terminal over there. Why not spawn a AI that drives into the terminal? You know what I mean? Like little stuff like that, I think would be like super immersive. And you already did it for ETS2, so why not do it for ATS? You know what I mean? It's things that y'all have the ability to do that they haven't done. And I understand fully this is a truck game. I understand, you know, the market is different for both sides. But come on, man. If you're gonna do it, why not just set yourself up already? Just set yourself up to succeed from the jump, instead of just waiting to see answers and waiting to get reviews and stuff like that. Remember, SCS, none of these people are obligated to get this. Hold on, this is an MC12 right here. And that's another thing. We still have old MC12s around. Those could have been swapped for DL3s in my opinion. Plus, the game came out in 2016, so I don't even know why they put MC12s in the game. To be honest, they was better off just putting the J4500s in from the start. But no, they put Farland MCI 12 coaches in a game that came out in 2016. So that was a missed opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Burlington. Please stay seated till this bus comes to a complete rest. Thank you. Even just at an AI standpoint, it would be cool to see that. Yeah, I like, it's little things. It's the little things that count. So I'm trying my hardest to bring that to the game by modding. I'm trying everything I possibly can to just, you know, make it as realistic as possible. Like, that's why I keep preaching, like, I'm working with what I got, you know. And a lot of people ask me, like, what mods do I use, what mods do I have. And there's a real reason why I don't want to give it out. First of all, I don't want to give it out because it's, you know, I feel like people should pay for this, like, honestly. And I don't want to charge anybody because I don't have a big enough fan base to do that yet. And even if I gave it out for free, it still wouldn't necessarily benefit me in any way. Now, if I had a bigger fan base or a bigger audience, I would 100% do it because I know there's people that was just like me. Man, where's these bus mods at? Oh, I wish there was more bus mods. So I'm taking my time and doing what I can to maybe get to that point. You know what I mean? So I can be able to provide that to others. But right now, I'm just, people gonna have to just be patient and wait because this is still a beta. It's still a beta. Now, in terms of these stations and stuff, you see Burlington Trailways and Greyhound and Flixbus and all that stuff. You can actually get these mods, but you will have to pay. If you do want to know where you can find those mods, I'll actually just see if I can put a link in the description. But it's on Patreon. So let me see if I can put the link. I'll do it right now. Let me see if I can put the link in. There's also another mod that I'm waiting for an update. That mod actually is the Coast to Coast mod, and we're waiting to see. Well, I'm waiting to see like what the New York terminals and stuff like that look like. Do I have them? Yes. Is it really anything for real that I want to keep playing on? No, because I'm just waiting on the updates, and stuff like that. So once that comes out, I'll be able to showcase that, which would be fire. I'm just so pumped to see where, to see how far we go after that. Let me see if I can put the link in here. You said I understood it from a license standpoint, but they could have done it de-badged like they did for the bus and the AI cars. Nah, yeah, for sure. They could have done that just like they did the MC12. They could have done it just like they done the fake J4500 AI that they have in the game. You know what it is, man, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I know what the issue is. They're not buying any models. That MCI 12 model that you seen broke down on the highway, I found that model myself and it was free. So they're not really trying anything. So I guess we'll just have to really wait, bro. But they're not trying right now. At least for ATS, they're not trying. Their focus is on ETS 2. It is what it is, though. They had that thing forever, right? And they never got rid of it. They never changed it. I don't even know why it's still in the game, to be honest. I don't have a personal burden against MC12s. I started actually kind of liking MC12s. Well, I actually prefer MC9. But still, okay, perfect example. Right? Perfect example right here. Why couldn't you do anything else, man? Y'all already knew there was a J4500 mod that came out. I'm not sure if this came out before or after, but I'm pretty sure it came out after. My question is why? It could have been anything else. I go inside the interior. It doesn't really look like anything special. At least there's passengers that's inside. I think that's cool. I do actually like. I actually don't mind the interior. I think it looks pretty good. I do like the fact that they have these, I forgot what they're called, but the sun. You know what I'm talking about. I like the fact that they have that there. I'm assuming this is like a destination sign right here, but there's no destination text on there, so that's that. And I also think this bus is just ugly in my opinion. It's just simply ugly. So I mean that's that. I was disappointed when I seen that, to be honest. And then here, you got my coach here, which I think looks absolutely beautiful. Another Greyhound coach here, so I guess we're just spotting stuff now, or spotting buses. So by the way, all these skins are created by me. This Trailway skin wasn't created by me, but I did create a Trailway skin. You'll see it on the MCI J4500 if it passes around here before we leave. But yeah, let's take a look inside of this one. So I like changing up the seats and stuff like that. I threw black seats in here instead. So the interior is not really nothing to really care about because there's not really much I could do with this. I really tried to remove these DBMX things off the screen, and I tried to remove this license plate, but I can't even do that. I don't even want to give these dudes credit anymore just because of how kind of lazy they are. I mean, they're just, it's just disappointing. You know what I mean? It's just a little disappointing. We got a Flix bus right here. I guess it's a busy day. Busy day in Burlington. You're seeing a lot of Greyhound buses passing. And with the current licensed trucks they have, older stuff looks like a PNG compared to new stuff. You would think that they would go and bring these textures up to current quality stuff. Yeah, I mean, bro, you know that's why we're just wait because they have the ability to do so, which is the thing that I find so and like I just find it so amazing. Like they have the ability to do so. Like I said, like we've said, they've already made different coaches. I mean, is it that hard to just throw some extra textured seats in there or something like that? I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know if we're asking for too much. I don't know if we're rushing, but in my opinion, the game's been out for almost 10 years. So they got some work to do. They need to pick up the pace, man. Because I don't think everybody in this world wants to drive trucks. And if you're going to make cars available for us to drive, you might as well just make every vehicle available for us to drive. Alright. It's going to be a little hard to stop this thing, I'm not going to lie. So I'm not even going to drive too fast at all. Trying not to clip this house. Welcome aboard Greyhound, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Operator J. I'll be your driver. Dang, where are we going? I'm sorry. Oh. Welcome aboard Greyhound, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Operator J. I'll be your driver to St. Louis. Wow, nice. Them people outside is going crazy. That being said, rules and regulations on this bus, there's absolutely no drugs, no alcohol allowed on this bus at any time, which includes weed pens, vaping, cigarettes. Hope I don't smell any drugs as well. But that being said, if you're caught consumer any of these items or doing any of these, your ride will be terminated. If you do have any devices such as MP3 players, cell phones, tablets, computers, please make sure to keep it down at a lower level or plug in your headphones. Ooh, nice Peter Pan. With that being said, for your convenience, this bus is equipped with a restroom for your convenience. This bus is also equipped with power outlets if you do want to charge your phone, and Wi-Fi. If you do want to connect, you can go to your settings and select Greyhound. If you do have any questions, please do not come to the front of the coach for any reason. If you look directly above your head where your air vents are, you may talk to me from there. Again, please do not come to the front of the coach for any reason. Next stop on this bus will be St. Louis. Thank you for choosing Greyhound. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a ride. Again, if anybody's interested in any of these terminal mods, anybody's interested in these terminal mods, I did put the link in the description. You do have to pay, disclaimer. So if you're not trying to pay, then oh well. But yeah, I put the link in the description, so if you do want to go support, and you can. Nice. That's supposed to be a G4500. I'm driving one as well. That was a nice catch. You gotta run out to work. All right, Brody, have a nice one. Hey, I really appreciate you joining live. I 100% appreciate it. I also appreciate the conversations. You have a great day at work, man. Enjoy. Sorry about that. Apologize. Your attention, please. This is St. Louis. This is St. Louis. Please stay safe until this bus comes to a complete rest. Thank you for choosing Greyhound. May I have your attention, please? This is St. Louis. This is St. Louis. Is anybody in the chat? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I see it's 3 people in here, so that means it's two more people's in here. So what's going on, man? How y'all doing? If I could get a hi or a yo, that would be amazing. I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds. it's all good. I don't need I don't need a high. It's all good, man.